Hey my lovelies, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. Just want to say as well, happy 1st of April. I hope you haven't had any sort of naughty April Fool's pranks or anything like that to sort of contend with. Hopefully it's all been cool and it's all been okay. Just to let you guys know as well, I have done April's Tarot Scope video, so if you have yet to see that, pop over to the YouTube channel or my Instagram and you will see the collective tarot scope for the month of April time. So that could be quite handy for some of us. But let's look at these Facebook messages and see where the energies are taking us. So if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energy of the Lovers, and this pictation is from, so the deck I'm using is the famous Tarot of the Famous Witches. So these two, it is Willow and Tara from Buffy, which are very powerful witches. So Lovers, I always love the Lovers card because it's got a few different sort of messages and pieces to it. In the first instance, most important, it's always about self-care, self-love, self-preservation. So many people I talk to in readings have so much love to give, but they lack a real value of soul, a real value of self. And Lovers in the first instance is always about giving yourself that connection. How can you ever give the best to anybody else if you're not being real, if you're not actually giving that to yourself in the first place? So it is really important to nurture, to be kind, to love you on all levels, however you're made up, the light, the dark, the ugly, the beautiful, all the elements, all the pieces that make you up. It's being okay with all of it, you know? And when you can truly say you're absolutely giving yourself 100% genuine permission and authentic energy of that, you can then get it from other places. So in the second instance, Lovers comes in as a connection card. So for some of you guys that maybe already have partners in your life, maybe this is just a real celebration of that binding of love that exists between you both. Maybe at the moment there could be an anniversary or some other type of connection that binds you, and maybe it's a little bit of a celebration of that kind of coming in. If you're with a partner but you haven't had a huge amount of time to really connect in the way that you want to, maybe this card is showing up as a highlighter. So maybe it's encouraging some of us to actually take a little bit of time with loved ones, with the people that are really important in our heart space, having those date nights, those connection times, whatever you're wanting to do, but just talking, touching base, and making sure that kind of vibe is still there between you. Now, if you're listening to this and you're single, this could well be an opportunity that maybe a new romance or a new love is available or comes into your world. Often you don't have to look for it. You don't have to be searching or trudging all the apps and all of that crap. It's a natural, organic connection. But certainly being open to something great, somebody fabulous showing up and coming into your world and seeing you for you. It might start off as a friendship, it might not be an automatic romantic love, but it may lead into something of that nature. So, you know, heart energy, heart kind of connection coming in massively. Sometimes this card shows as well if there's an acknowledgement of somebody that you have had in your life that perhaps has now transitioned to the world of spirit, and maybe it's that unconditional binding of love that you still carry for them, a partner, a soulmate, somebody that was just the most beautiful of people in your life, and they now walk with you from the world of spirit. So maybe it's an acknowledgement to them, and even though they're not physically here anymore, spiritually I'm sure they're absolutely by your side. I talk to many people in readings where soulmates, partners are literally no more than a thought away, and that beautiful energy reconnects them in very quick, very fast, and they give reassurance of how much that unconditional love still exists, still is acknowledged, still is needed from both worlds. So maybe there's some of that going on for some of you if you carry partners, you know, very important sort of connections, relations into the world of spirit. Now then, as we're moving into card number 2, we're going into the energies of the Chariot. And this witch is, well, they've put Elphaba here actually. So obviously, you know, Wicked Witch of Oz or Elphaba in Wicked, same character, but pictated in 2 different ways. So, love the artwork of this. Trying to bring it in close so you can really see that there because it's so cool. So the Chariot, it's a time to celebrate. It's a time for graduation. Maybe you've completed a project. Maybe you've been really investing a lot of energy into something and you're now coming out the other side with a bit of a success, a bit of a win, a bit of a victory, a bit of a story to be told. Sometimes this card can show up if there's types of certification. So maybe you've done like a course, a workshop. Maybe there's been really intense training that you've had to show up for and be part of. Maybe there's been sort of work stuff going on and you've actually got the certification. For some people, this could be something like a driving test, you know, or other commitment where you've had to be really enrolling on long-term sort of learning and all the rest of it. And you're coming out the other side. This is also about just energetically and physically moving forward. So sometimes if you think of the wheels of the chariot, they allow for travel, they allow for movement, they allow for things to just evolve. So it shows up a lot when we're physically moving forward or energetically moving forward. This also can show as well with legal contract signings and change around house and home. So if you are somebody that is looking to move, wanting to move, maybe you're selling a house, and if it's all been a little bit stagnant, if it's all been a little bit stuck, maybe there's going to be a bit of a positive gear shift, maybe there's going to be a little bit of a positive change where the wheels of the chariot start to move a little bit more freely and allow for things to evolve as they need to. So be open to the idea of change around house and home if that's something you've been pursuing. And finally, with card number 3, we're going into the energy of the star. And the pictation here for this card is our beautiful Florence. Florence and the Machines, isn't it? I think. Is it Florence and the Machines or Florence and Nightingale? I don't know. I always get it wrong. But like, you know, the singer Florence, who is, you know, a practicing open witch, isn't she? So trying to bring that into focus so you can see that there. The star, love the star, endless opportunities of success, endless opportunities of magic, a real time for manifesting hopes, dreams, wishes, realizations of goals and experiences that you want to have, and not just having the idea or the daydream, having a little bit more than that, actually finding the path, the road, the way to turn these things into physical reality. They don't just have to be a pipe dream, they don't just have to be a wish upon a star. It's more than that. It's something being obtained, it's something coming good, it's something actually starting to really appear in your life. So, you know, really listen to your heart's desires, really give yourself permission to receive your heart's desires, because the mental mind knows no limitations. It's only what we choose to place ourselves as a restriction, as a block. But if we move past that frequency and if we vibrate higher, which is what the star is all about, being able to vibrate on a higher frequency, we can attract more stuff into our world. We can have more experiences. We can have all the doors opening on what we want to sort of have. A realness with the star as well. Stars can't shine without darkness. So maybe you've been going through a little bit of clearing, a little bit of healing, a little bit of shedding. Maybe that's had to happen to really appreciate the beautiful illumination of what the star carries. I always say with people, you know, the best way to think of this card is to literally go into the dark. And it is vulnerable, it is scary, it can sometimes be a little bit of a fearful place for people to be in darkness. But within that, seeing the illumination, seeing the power, seeing the beauty of the light coming from the star, that's really powerful, you know? So do remember that sometimes we have to go through the physical shit side of life. That's the dark. But within that, that's where we get the appreciation of life. That's where life matters a little bit more for us and we can harness a little bit more. So it is an exciting time to go after what your heart really wants, you know, and to show up for you and be proud of you, and the right people will celebrate with you. So it's not just you being that star energy, you can shine bright amongst all the other stars, and no one is fighting for attention, no one is trying to shine a little bit brighter. All the stars are independently being celebrated. So you are going to be loved, you are going to be supported, you are going to be seen by the right people, and I think that's really important with this as well. So I hope you can make sense of these messages. Going to leave them with you. What do I need to let you know about? A couple of cheeky shouts just to let you know. This coming Saturday, I'm down in Burnham-on-Sea at the Collective Dreams shop. Looking forward to being back there. So if you're needing an in-person reading, there are a couple of spaces available. So contact the girls and they can get you booked in. Next Sunday, just a reminder that I am doing the Witches Rune Workshop. This is an in-person event that is going to be happening in Carpe Noctem in Frome. Full details are on my website. Get involved. If you want to come along, it'd be great to see you there. A couple of spaces are still available. I've been asked a lot to do various courses, but in particular Witches Runes. So this is your opportunity to come and support, to come and get involved. And yeah, learn what it's all about. There will be a certification that you get at the end, as well as some beautiful runes. So come along, get involved if you're interested, because it's going to be pretty cool. You also have the aftercare group, which I've set up. So I have a special space for all my students, and it's just an aftercare group for ongoing learning and support. So you're not just doing the course on the day, you're getting, you know, all the aftercare that you may need as well. So we'll leave it with you. Keep shining bright, look after yourselves, have a beautiful rest of the week, have a fantastic Easter, and I will see some of you lovelies very soon. You take care, keep shining bright, much love, bye for now.